Smart Blocks Search and Convert enhancements. Now, in addition to identical blocks, this feature now finds text variations to further streamline repetitive tasks. So now includes the text variation, so bSearch, formerly known as bConvert, finds all instances of the same geometry in a drawing for efficient block conversion. And with this specific release in 26, Search and Convert can find a text variation to convert it to a block with attributes and pass the text as an attribute there. This new capability is really helpful for classifying repetitive but variable types of text, such as room numbers, room names. So you now start Search and Convert easily by accessing it from the ribbon. You go to the Insert tab and you do Detect and Convert or Search and Convert. We're going to do Search and Convert first. And once you run bSearch, you select the objects. The new Search Review mode highlights all the matching instances. And then from the Search toolbar, you can see the total number, 42. You can navigate to the previous or the next instance in the drawing. You can adjust filters to include existing blocks and or text variations, and you can convert these to a block. The big thing here is when you convert these to a block, you'll see a thumbnail preview here. Now you can easily see the selected object, and it will say include text variations where you can define an attribute tag. So along with converting the matching instance to the block, you can specify attribute tags for these text variations by clicking Define Attribute Tags. Once you define the attribute tag, it's important if you use a standard or you do data extraction. And once done, you can add a block name, an insertion point, or let it use the geometric center, and you can also assign a layer to put that block onto once it's been created. So, new commands, bSearch now replaces bConvert, and then minus bSearch replaces bConvert. That's all command prompt driven as opposed to dialog box driven. New system variables, text to attribute. In the bSearch command, if text objects are selected, controls whether or not text variations will be searched for conversion into block attributes. The big command bSearch include existing blocks replaces bConvert includes existing blocks, controls whether existing block instances are selected by bSearch command by default. Users can still make adjustment to the selection during the review process. And depreciated commands, obviously bConvert has been replaced with bSearch, so it's no longer needed, and the bConvert include existing blocks is no longer needed because it's been replaced. So with that, let's go into a demonstration with this. So I have a Smart Blocks right here. I'm going to close the Activities Insights. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this right here. And I'm going to go Insert, and I'm going to go Detect and Convert and Search and Convert. And you're going to see everywhere where this room number has been highlighted, or cube number, whatever you want to call it. So I like that. Nothing got missed. I'm going to hit Convert. What you're going to see here is it says now there's a text variation, so I could define this tag as room number, and then I'm going to call this room number, and I'm going to put these on room number layer. So when I convert these are now all converted to a block. And if I edit this, you'll see it's an attribute. And it remembers that text. So this is quite an advancement that we've had in the search, right? In the search and convert. And we can do that with anything. So like I've got this piece right here. Let's do a search and convert. Grab this information right here. And you're going to see it highlights all the phones. We can convert that to a block, right? And this will be phone, right? And we can put this on the, where should we put that? That's on chairs. We'll put it on the phone layer. I'll call this phone, convert them. Now they're all phones. Now they're all on the phones layer. So if you have an exploded line work drawing that there's no blocks in, you can quickly go through here and basically help yourself by changing all of this information. Now we're going to get to Smart Blocks Detect and Convert enhancements. So we've done, our Autodesk has improved detection capability. So BDetect now is the command, previously known as Detect, uses machine learning to identify and group similar objects in a drawing for easy block conversion. Detect and Convert is still a tech preview, which means that detection capability and functionality have improved since the last release and will continue to improve. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's perfect, and it's not, but it's getting better. And once launched, it will take time to process. Once completed, when you click on a detected object, it will highlight all of them and allow you to convert them just like the search and convert. And it will tell you that this is a tech preview. So detect and convert is best at recognizing architectural type objects such as, doors, toilets, bathtubs, urinals, generic lighting symbols. And it does support millimeters, centimeters, decimeters, inch, feet, yard, and meters. And note, this feature relies on machine learning logarithms, so the results may not always be completely accurate or comprehensive. So always keep that in mind. It is getting better, but it's still a tech preview, so keep that in mind. So with that, we'll go back to our drawing. Right, so here's just a plain old drawing. Everything here has been exploded into basic line work. And we'll go detect and convert. And it's doing our detection right now. So it's going through the drawing and it's trying to figure out what's in the drawing, and it's trying to figure out how it wants to convert these objects here. And then once this finishes, you'll get a pop-up and it will show us all the different pieces and parts that could be potentially turned into blocks. So I do apologize, this does take a few minutes. There we go. So if we come in here, now we're going to see that our detect palette here now shows that we have a bunch of blocks. There are some things it didn't pick up, like it didn't pick up room numbers, it didn't pick up the bubbles up here for, our column lines. But what it did pick up were things like, picked up this. It picked up these toilets, but it didn't pick up this one. It picked up these sinks, which is great, right? It picked up this set of double doors here as a block, although it's really a single door. So just want you to understand that this is still a work in progress. It's still using machine logarithms, but it's getting better from where it was. And again, you just click on this, and if I say up here, convert, now I can convert all these to just a chair block, right? So I can call this chair. And again, we can put this on a specific layer. And this would be a fern if there's one, and I don't see an A fern. Oh. So we'll put that on that layer. We'll hit convert. So now these have been converted to blocks. Pretty straightforward. But again, this is a tech preview, so be aware that this is improving. It's not perfect yet, and it probably won't be, but it is getting better.